Good evening, and welcome to the fifth chapter of Streamin' Steve's. So, for the last 5 weeks, we've been making live music happen with some great local talent, and this is our 12th week actually since the epidemic made us cancel a lot of shows. And it's really great to have an outlet for live music. Streaming is a very new thing here. We've got a lot of great equipment thanks to a lot of sponsors, including First Bank, Grassroots, Alpine, all kinds of help. And because of that, we now have a pretty incredible setup upstairs with video recording equipment, and we've been streaming out for the last 5 shows, and we've been getting hundreds of views. I have not a clue who's in our audience. That's the one difference in the pandemic era, is that I used to know who our audience was, usually by name. But now it goes out to all kinds of folks, and I kind of assume that my wife and the love of my life, Mary Margaret, is watching the show at home in the comfort of our house, and with some friends after they had a nice dinner on the deck. So it's springtime in the Rockies. Things are great in many ways, and I can't wait to return to normal when we can have crowds actually in the room. But meanwhile, we'll put on the best live music we can, and we're lucky to have a good old friend who's been playing in the room since we started paying the rent about 21 years ago, and he probably played in the Dinko building many a time before that. So he's had hundreds of gigs in the Valley with all kinds of bands and all kinds of configurations, solo, duo. And I've always been impressed by his original songs and his amazing guitar playing. So it's always good to have Frank Martin in the house. So who's ever out there, send out some love to Frank, and look forward to some good music. Have a good time.
Thank you, Steve. There's a song whose genesis was a ferry ride in Alaska. The wake peels off the back of the ferry, shot pure white like a waterfall. Shallow waves curled into the glimmer, disappear from view. Layers of mountains rim the sea, receding into salt air and sky. We stand together in the wind and we take it in. Blue on blue on blue. Tourists line of rails, speaking in foreign tongues, jacking cameras to the sights. We chat with a family from Israel. There's a couple from Boulder, too. Some of the passengers aren't tourists at all, moving from point A to point B, from Whittier to Valdez, stretched out on bench sheets to dream. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue on blue. Moving time and distance are deceptive. You study a peak rising from a forest, rising from water, rising from underwater. Then we turn around and there's a new island. Traveling as grandparents now, we didn't see that coming, but we ride on a love as deep as the Prince William Sound. Blue on you. And you, babe. Yeah. Blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Oh, blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. On blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. Blue on blue on blue. On blue. Thank you. Paula and I have been harbored at home, working away. I have the downstairs and she has the upstairs. And I'm in the temperature-controlled basement, which is very nice. You know, on the cold days, you know, it stays warm down there. The boiler is right down there, and when now that it's heating up, it stays cool. And Paula's upstairs, and you know, she puts on her shorts in the morning, and then about 3 layers up top, and then they start to come off as the day progresses. Here's a song we call St. Augustine, and we took a trip to visit relatives out in central Louisiana, and ended up going to this historic St. Augustine Chapel, little country chapel. Put $1 in a jar, strike a match and say her name, light the candle where you are, smell the sulfur across your heart for the one who's gone away. Stand aside and watch the flame, on your lips the rosary, spirits longing from so far. God, wherever now you are, he must surely be with thee. We were raised up to believe, Holy Mother, intercede. Pray for me to forgive and to repent, and toward us is mercy bent. Here I sing my hymn for thee. Our footsteps the only sound, choir gone, the pews empty. Above the altar on the cross, nails long gone to rust, Christ alone in agony. So we prepare to turn and leave. Return silence to this place. On our way to Lafayette, we'll not speak of this just yet, but for now full of grace. We were raised up to believe. Holy Mother, intercede. Pray for me to forgive and to repent. And toward us His mercy bent. Hear our sing, my hymn for Thee. Without a word we turn to leave. Return silence to this place. On our way to Lafayette, not speak of this just yet, but for now full of grace. On our way to Lafayette, not speak of this just yet, but for now full of grace. As we say here at Steve's, you can just hear the guitars ring out. I was named after my maternal grandfather, Frank Gayer. He was eventually a Baptist preacher, Central Louisiana, East Texas. The Baptist preacher stereotype does not fit him well at all. He was a beautifully humble man and funny, kind. But in 1918, he enlisted in the Army, and he went to boot camp at Fort Bogalusa, Louisiana, where he caught the Spanish flu. And it nearly killed him. As the family story goes, he was actually placed in a body bag, and then he revived and survived. In 1918, was in boot camp. I woke up one night, sheets were damp. My veins were ice, couldn't get warm. I only felt worse by the break of dawn. The sergeant took one look at me, shook his head and bade me leave. Mercy, mercy, true. Save me from this killing flu. They laid me down in a wooden cot in a row of 10 by 50 lot. Had some shade, but no relief. And when a soldier died, they just rolled his sheets. Then came men all dressed in white, carried the bodies into the light. Mercy, mercy, true. Save me from this killing flu. My temperature ran 103. By the second day, could barely breathe. On the night of the third, they knew I'd go. They rolled my sheets, tagged my toe. When the sun come up, and I awoke, by the grace of God, my fever broke. Mercy, mercy true, save me from this killing flu. For all our soldiers in World War I who never came home, their duty done. There's many more that never left, and the Spanish flu was their death. Mercy, mercy true, save me from this killing flu. Mercy, mercy true, save me from this killing flu. Thank you. Thank you. It's so peculiar to sing that song now. It's, everything has a lot more meaning, Man. And to think back that, you write these songs and you kind of don't know where they come from in a way. And it's just like to have the resounding chorus be about mercy, and to think about mercy now, and it's like, it fits. So, not all my songs are tragic and depressing, just most of them. Okay, so here's what I call a backhanded love song. It's about that time when you first get infatuated, you first start and fall in love, and you don't want to tell anybody yet because it's too early. It's like maybe you're hedging your bet or something, but you don't want to tell it. On the other hand, you might feel like you don't want to jinx it, and that's what this song is called. Don't jinx it. Every now and then you like to hold my hand. How sweet is that? And every week or 2, man, it's a kiss from you that will hold me pat. I don't stop on the bridge, I don't stand on the track. I like to keep moving, but I keep coming back. Can't believe it's me when you say you and me are together in fact. So don't jinx it, say it out loud. Yeah, don't jinx it, and go tell your crowd. Don't jinx it, nope, crying out loud. No talking like a lover or we're courting a disaster. Don't jinx it. This is the woman's verse, it's a duet. You got a roving eye, you're into stealing pie, giving me a slice. Sometimes you're crass, and then you're such an ass, and then you make it real nice. You're a peculiar kind of trouble, and I'm passing the line. You make me wanna laugh, but at the wrong time. But play me a fool, and you get schooled before you think twice. So don't jinx it, oh, it's hell in your crowd. Yeah, don't jinx it, crying out loud. Yeah, don't jinx it, crying out loud. No talking like a lover over courting a disaster. Don't jinx it. Happy New Year's Eve will make you black-eyed peas for a lucky start. I'll never step on a crack, I can promise you that, and I'll cross my heart. Baby, I'm a lucky penny you couldn't pass by. You carry in your pocket, then by and by we'll stay together. Odds are always better when we're side by side. So don't jinx it, say it out loud. Yeah, don't jinx it, go telling your crowd. Don't jinx it, crying out loud. No talking like a lover, we're recording a disaster. Don't jinx it, say it out loud, baby, don't jinx it. Go tell your crowd. Don't jinx it, crying out loud. Don't talking like a lover, recording a disaster. Don't jinx it, yeah, jinx it. Don't jinx it. Don't do it.
Don't get too cocky.
All right. Time for my first costume change. This is an octave mandolin, if you're not familiar with it. Tuned like a mandolin in fifths, but it's bigger and it's an octave lower. Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was lying in bed, wondering if she changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. Never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. Down standing on the side of the road, rain pouring on my shoes, heading out on the East Coast. Lord knows I paid my dues, getting through. Tangled up in blue. She wasn't married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, was to use a little too much force. Drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it down west. Split up on our dark sad night, for the green it was best. She turned around and looked at me, and I was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, "We'll meet again someday, gonna have a new tangled up in blue." I had a job in the Great North News, working as a cook for a spell. Never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. Drifted down to New Orleans, lucky to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacour. And all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I know one woman, she'd never escape my mind, and my love grew tangled in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. Thought you'd never say hello, yeah, you look like a silent type. Opened up a book of poems from the 13th century, and it handed to me. And all them words rang true and burned like glowing coal, pouring out of every page like was written in my soul for me to you. Tangled up in blue. I lived with them on Montague Street in an apartment down the stairs. There was music in the cafes, night, a revolution in the air. Then he started dealing in slaves. Something inside of me died. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. When the bottom finally fell out and I became withdrawn, only thing I knew how to do was keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Tangled up in blue, yeah. Now I'm going back out again. I got to get to her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how it all got started. I don't know what they do with their lives. I'm still on the road looking for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. Hey, thank you. You know, I was such a latecomer to the Bob Dylan thing. I was always like, "That's a great song. Who wrote that?" And we go, "Oh, that's Bob Dylan." It's like, damn, guys, you know. So I finally undertook to learn that song first off because it's just such epic favorite, you know. And it's like a book. Time for my second costume change.
Something more comfortable.
Good God, I'm ahead of the game here, I think. I'm gonna stuff one in here. I'll see if that's it for the end.
Yes, suspended time here, so
Yes, yes.
do what you like.
Pardon me? This is a new song. It's Genesis was in March in downtown Glenwood Springs, and it'll make sense, I think, when you hear it. And I had no idea how I was going to put music to these words, so this came. pool is empty, nothing but a puddle in the deep end. The bridge is empty, nothing moving but a cold, hard wind. Two westbound cars skate down the interstate. Nobody heading east, and a boombox playing Nirvana for a quartet of homeless men. Turnabout is fair play. Every dog has its day. Hey. These men own it. The benches, the corner, the grinding grunge rock. A good time, goddammit, yeah. No tourists, no diners, no strolling rented cops. I tip my hat, smile to the mayor. This abandoned town, he returns it. Eyes met, two fingers, head cocked. Turnabout is fair play. Every dog has its day. Don't worry for trouble. There's nobody left to bother downtown. Turn up the metal, bang your head, pump your fist, and laugh way too loud. I'm just passing through, picking up carryouts, giving them their due. Maybe by summer we'll be back to the same old crowd. Turnabout is fair play. Every dog has its day. Turnabout is fair play. Every dog has its day. Yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you. Well, all right. Well, actually, I'm right on time. Let's see. My last song here. This is my last song. You know, I've been working on my next venture at home, you know, while we're harbored up, you know. I thought it's been long since my dream to breed a dog that eats dandelions. I would just be, you know, it's like that's a moneymaker there. That's it. So if you've got any goats you don't need any more that are still capable, you know, maybe I could find a cockapoo. So this is a song called Dryland Farming, based on a, you know, down there in south central western Colorado, where you're growing beans and they don't irrigate, you know, so you're out under the huge big vista of the skies, and the thunderstorms come through, but they don't hit everywhere, you know, not unless it's a big storm. And just thinking about that whole thing, what does that mean to be dryland farmer? And then to wrap my head around also what was going on with my family, particularly my sister, who was the main caretaker for my parents, and how well she served them, but what that cost in a way. So here we go. I mean, you back up. Father signed a note, sealed his fate, and got to work. Cleared the pinion and saved the movement, stacked the rock. Planted springs and the beans and the dust, and he waited. Took the prayer in addition, counting on luck. Prayers are answered in the brow and back of a woman. No storm could bend and no man could turn. Together they did what it took, sun up to sundown. Every season a new lesson to learn. Thunderstorms roll like dice over parcels and the range. Dryland farming, just waiting on rain. My brother was younger, fought every battle he could find. Rules of the house or school or town he couldn't mind. When he took on the U.S. Marines, well, we thought that's it. But he was just fighting something inside that tells him to quit. So I stayed on and helped Mom and Dad till their passing. And I quit thinking about leaving and moving on. I didn't choose this life, I just know it. I do what I do 'cause it just has to be done. Thunderstorm roll like dice, yeah, over parcels and arrange. Dry land farming, just waiting on rain. Guess I'm good at fixing a thing that's broken. Guess I have gentle and patient hands. A farmer needs all day and all the day after, looking out over acres and acres and acres of land. Thunderstorms roll like dice over parcels and arrange. Dry land farming, waiting on rain. Thunderstorms roll like dice over parcels and arrange. Dry land farming, waiting on rain.